It's the Write That Reset podcast in
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
Welcome back to episode 3, guys. I can't believe it's been 3 episodes already. Sorry for the delay. I've been sick as a dog all week. If you've been following me on Twitter, you know how much I've been bitching about my man flu. Getting right down to business, guys. On episode 2, I spoke to you guys about being positive and trying to implement the golden rule into your week and try to do something positive for somebody else. And to write in and share that with me on Twitter. Unfortunately, nobody did. So as payback, you're gonna have to listen to this next segment.
Netflix, you're not watching.
So what this segment's going to be all about is I'm going to try to save you guys from rifling through a bunch of those movies on Netflix, and I'm going to share with you a movie week that I've watched that I found really inspirational or really positive or just a really cool movie. That way you guys aren't wasting your time on anything. So this week's movie was introduced to me by our guest Matt, that's appeared in the last 2 episodes. And it's called The Beautiful Truth. And it talks about Dr. Grenson. So what I want you guys to do, if you got a spare night sometime this week, check out that movie. And next week's episode, we're actually going to talk about Dr. Grenson, so it'd be kind of nice if you kind of had some back information on him. So we added 1 new segment, why not add 2? So we're calling this segment
The Twitter Shoutout.
So what we're gonna do, guys, I follow you guys like a crazy ex-girlfriend in hopes that people follow me back and we can kind of get this thing to catch on. I followed a guy, his tag name is @Genghis_Dong. I'll post the actual name in my feed. And what I want this segment to be about is just kind of some cool and funny people you can follow on Twitter. I found all the people I follow on Twitter are absolutely hilarious. This guy especially, he's consistently posting new tweets and they're absolutely hilarious. So his name is Fondue Knuckle Slap. I believe he's from Australia, and he describes himself as a professional cunt who is a friend of the vaginas. So I think we can all kind of relate to him, or most of us. And an example of one of his tweets, on February 16th, he tweeted, "There's no toilets around here. Need to take a Snooki-sized dump." That's about a 7.3 on the dump scale. I just love that. Keep it up, buddy. So as I posted before, I wanted this week's episode to be about the split experiment with quantum mechanics and the observation paradox, and how physicists believe that is proof that you and I are both gods, and I kind of wanted to talk about that and get into that. But we'll have to save that for next week's episode, and I apologize again just for being sick this week. I haven't had much time to put anything together. However, I won't leave you hanging. I will leave you with a little bit of information, and it's a pretty cool story I heard about this week, and it's about a guy named Stanislav Petrov. Ignore my pathetic Russian dialect when I say his name, but if you haven't heard of him, he was actually just given an award known as the Dresden Prix in 2013. It was actually given to him on February 17th, hence why he was in the news. And it's a pretty small thing he did, but he was given this award for actually averting a nuclear war. So something that we really should have heard about, and I know I haven't, so I wanted to share it with you guys. And give you just a quick rundown of the story of what happened. Basically, on September 26, 1983, he was the duty officer at the command center for the nuclear early warning system. And basically what happened is all the radars were picking up that the United States had actually launched 5 nuclear missiles towards Russian targets. Russian standard operating procedures at that time dictated that any officer in charge must immediately retaliate with full force, meaning every nuke that Russia had must have been immediately fired back at United States targets. However, Stanislav Petrov did not follow standard operating procedure that day. And when asked why, he basically just said that he felt that the systems had to be malfunctioning, that if the United States was actually attacking them, that they would have to send more than 5 nukes. He had no idea knowing if this was correct or not. So I know what you're asking. What does a thankful society do for a guy that averted a nuclear holocaust? Well, we give the guy $33,000. I'm pretty sure I could make more money giving hand jobs in a back alley in Montreal. On that note, that's this week's episode. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Remember to follow me on Twitter at WriteThatReset. I'm Moose Blue. I'm going to bed, and so should you.